and welcome. I'm Ishani, and today we are going to glow up our card, a design that's perfect for New Year's or for any occasion when you want to light up someone's day. I'm honored to be an Altenew Ambassador this month, and I have a special offer just for you. Use my code to get $8 off on purchases of more than $79 or more. Altenew is also running their year in review sale, so if you've been wanting to shop and save, now is the perfect time. Be sure to check out my blog for all the details and the coupon code. It's linked in the description below. For my card today, I'm going to use Antique Street Lamps layering die set. This is from the line of Creative Cuts by Altenew. The best part about Altenew is that they give you such detailed ways of layering them. You have the whole guide behind your packaging. You can refer it and layer and make beautiful cards. For my card today, I'm going to use various techniques for creating this glow. I am starting with a watercolor paper. I'll be making an A2 size card, but this is a piece of cardstock that is smaller than an A2 size, around 4 by 5.25. Also, after my work, I will probably chop it off before I add it onto my A2 top folding cardstock. You can use any size. I really do not go by the size. It has to fit my envelopes. That's it. And just before I add my color, I want to make sure that my glow comes at the right place, for which I will be using some dye inks for coloring. But before that, I will just take my dyes and make sure that the place where I have the glow is where I'm going to have my bulb. So I'm going to use this bowl of lamp, like this antique lamp, for my card, and I will just make sure that I have it marked on my cardstock, so I have the glow at the right place. So this is how my orientation is going to be, and just with a little light pencil I'm going to add marks at the places that I feel that the glow should be. The rest of the area is going to be a little darker. So let's go ahead and start our watercoloring. You don't really have to get all your watercolors out. You can use your supplies that you use for daily card making, like a dye ink. You can use an ink pad, or I'm going to use a re-inker. So re-inkers are not really used much. So this is the perfect time to get your re-inkers out as well. I'm going to start with Warm Sunshine, this yellow. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to spritz some water on that area that needs that glow. And then just a drop of my re-inker. This is Warm Sunshine. You can also use a dye ink. I just wanted to show you the different possibilities. So after adding a drop of Warm Sunshine re-inker on this piece of acetate, I also add a little spray of water just to run down my ink, and then smoosh it onto that area where I need the glow. So this is like a perfect way to add depth and how the color lightens up when it goes further, because we've also added a little water onto our cardstock. Now there's some extra water which I'm going to blot out the color from the sides, because I don't want yellow at the corners. I'm going to have little blue on the sides. So I blot it, and I also take off some ink, some color with water and tissue paper. And now I have my glow ready. Now it's time to get the darker area around our glow. For that, I wet my cardstock with little water, and then there is no artistic talent required for this. Just smoosh some color on your acetate or any slick surface, add some water to it, and this is how you make your own palette. You don't need watercolors out for it as well. So I am using two kinds of blues here from two different families. I'm using deep blue seas, some turquoise, and tide blue for the light blues. And I will use ultramarine and azurite for the darker blues. So there's not much science in it. Just add ink on your slick surface, get some water on the cardstock, and a little wet on wet technique. Initially, I'm going to do wet on wet, and I want to speed up my drying process with a heat tool. And after it is almost dried, I will add a little more color. I want to increase the contrast and add a little darker blue onto the upper side. And this time I'm not going to add much water to it, just a little wet on dry, just to increase the halo of the yellow, and then having great contrast of blue on my cardstock. So now it's time to get an antique street lamp, and for that I have die cut these poles, and also I have cut the side of my pole, and I want to extend my pole down, so I am going to add these two pieces. So I'll be layering two of them together. So I have two for the upper side, for the upper part, and then for the bottom I have two more. And I've also die cut some lamp, and I'm going to use this lamp. I've die cut it with the black cardstock. Also I'll be using a little vellum to make the glass for my lamp. And I will use a little yellow colored cardstock and cut out a bulb for my lamp. And there are two screws that I've cut with silver brushed cardstock by Altenew. So all of these I will now assemble and create my beautiful antique lamp. Sometimes when the die cut is not very clean and you've got some fibers of paper, I take a nail file and just go around my die cut and just take it off. And I will get clean edges before I adhere them all together. And because I'm assembling, I just want to tell you and invite you to join the year in review Instagram hop that's happening on Instagram, and I'm part of it. Please come over, join the hop, and get chance to win prizes. There are amazing gift certificates which will be given to the winners. So there are 4 days when we're going to have this hop. Join me on Instagram and get inspired by the beautiful creations by amazing talented designers. Also, I'm an Altenew Educator, and I invite you to join me for my live classes. Most of them are free on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Eastern Time once a month, where we learn great techniques, chit chat, and create a beautiful card by the end of it. It's a Zoom live workshop. More details are on my blog, so you can check that out and join me. So in these live workshops, you get to craft along with me in real time. You can ask questions, learn tips and techniques, and gain confidence in your creativity. It's a fun, supportive space where you truly learn and create. Plus, you get an exclusive 20% off on the supply list, which makes it even better. So come learn, create, and let's grow together. I can't wait to see you there. So you can also go ahead, look at the layering guide, and get all your dies together, adhere them. And after your lamp is ready, now it's time to create our card. Even though we have done watercoloring for the halo, the glow, I want to add a little more depth on the corners of my card. So with the Starlight ink, which is a dark blue color that I have, and mini blending brush, I go around on the corners of my cardstock, and after that I add a little black. So I'm using permanent black ink, which is Altenew's crisp inks, and you can use any dark gray as well. This helps to bring your vision towards your halo. So everything else is dark, and you just have to, your eyes will focus just on the halo now. Now this can be a New Year card as well, or maybe warm wishes, happy holidays, and I want to create some splatters. So I take some white acrylic paint and I wet it with little water and do a little splattering for the snow effect. And I am not very happy with the kind of snow that I have for my scene. So I take this paint marker that I have, and I'm going to just add some dots of this even sized paint brush, and yeah, here I have my snow. This is much better than what I did with my splatters. Splatters is not, I don't do splatters much. I love them, but they're risky for me. I don't do risk. Now with the background ready, our antique street lamp ready, it's time to assemble everything together, and with glue I'm going to adhere the pole that we've created first. For that I add the upper part and make sure that my lamp, the place where we have the bulb, is just centered for the glow around it. And next I'm going to add the lower part of my pole For that, I'm going to just trim it off a little bit because it has a little pattern, the slants, and I want it to look like, it's like a regular pole. And I just snip off a little and make it look like a big pole that we have with the beautiful antique lamp. After my pole is adhered, I'm going to mount my lamp on a foam tape. And after my lamp is now positioned, I'm going to add a little snowflakes again. So I'm going to go ahead and splatter some white ink because snow is going to be also around the lamp post, not just behind it. So here I add some splatters. And for the sentiment, I'm going to use the sentiment which is part of this layering die set. It's Shine Bright, and I have die cut it with brushed silver cardstock, and I'm going to mount it over a black colored card base. This design can be perfect for some encouragement support cards like thinking of you, some you've got this, or maybe for comforting. Also, like I was thinking of new beginnings, new year, even graduation or achievements. Keep shining, shine bright, perfect sentiments to go along with this kind of card. Now that I'm thinking of it, I think it will be beautiful for an appreciation card for a teacher, for like you make a difference. Also, I can use it for my Indian theme holidays, like for our Festival of Lights, Diwali, and maybe just add some flowers around it. I think this is a very versatile die set and you can have various ways to use it. So if you're going to buy it, I would love if you'd use my affiliate link for your purchases, as I will get a small commission when you buy through my affiliate links. My affiliate link is in the description below. For assembling my card, I have a light yellow matting and I have an A2 top folding black colored card base. I go ahead and use strong double-sided tape to adhere all these layers together, and I add my Shine Bright sentiment with the foam tape, and here we have a beautiful card for any of the occasions that we just discussed. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and would give me a follow here, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and check out my live classes that I hold as an Altenew educator. It would be lovely to have you join me. Thank you so much. Happy crafting and a very happy holiday season to all of you. Happy New Year. See you in 2026. Bye-bye.